Just think, you live in an area, foothills of the Smokies, and you have wooden trails, natural springs, rural landscapes. Can you imagine how beautiful that is? Especially when the leaves start turning green, all the spring comes. Well, that's where we're going to be today. Come on, let's go see where we're at. Welcome back to Appalachia Cemetery Hunting. Now we're still in Cocke County in East Tennessee, the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, like I said. And today's cemetery is the George McNabb Family Cemetery in the Wilton Springs community of Cocke County. It sounds very, very beautiful. This map shows that it is located off of Interstate 40. It's just east of Sevierville, northeast of Cosby, Tennessee, and very, very close to the Cherokee National Forest. Now there's only 21 people buried here, and the oldest burial that we could find was 1845. So let's get started. Now get your ancestry book out and see if you guys, because this McNabb, I hear it a lot. You know, I think there's a McNabb Center here in Knoxville, where I'm located. And these people could be kin to all of these. So it's a very popular name around this area. So let's see who we can find. I hope you guys find some ancestors here. And me too. So the first one is Margaret J. McNabb Baker. Now, Baker's another very, very popular name in East Tennessee. But Margaret was born in 1829. She passed in 1853. And next we have Hester Williams Mantooth, 1859 to 1939. Now, Mantooth, I'm not sure. Let's see where that derives from. That is a very unusual name. It is Scottish. It's a Scottish name for Monteith, and it's considered an altered form of Scotch-Irish Mantac, which means toothless or stammering. So there's you a little bit of history. Next we have George McNabb. I think he's an early settler, 1785 to 1857. And he was the father of Margaret J. that we just looked at. And he was probably, like I said, the earliest settler for this little area here. We do have George's wife, Loretta. It's spelled Luritta, but they called her Rita. So I would say Loretta Campbell McNabb, 1792 to 1845. And then we've got George and Loretta's son, Malcolm McNabb, 1813 to 1898. There is no photo of his grave, but you'll notice that there is some printing around the edge of his picture. And we've seen something similar in the pictures of old-time Tennessee state representatives. If you know anything about Malcolm, please leave a comment below. Okay, let's move on. We've got Daniel McSween, 1910 to 1913, and he was only 3 years old. Then there's his brother, Edgar McSween, 1894 to 1902. So that little guy was only 8 years old. And I'd say typhoid fever, who knows? Like we've said before, there was so much with no doctors, or if they did have doctors, they just medicated them best they could with herbs and whatever. But that's so sad. So many children that passed away in these times. Now we have Florence C. McSween, 1877 to 1889. And it looks like her headstone, it's been knocked over. And she was just a little bit over 11 years old when she passed. How heartbreaking to have a child to pass away. That's your worst nightmare as a parent. Now we have Florence's brother, George W. McSween, 1868 to 1932, and his wife was Mary Williams McSween, 1870 to 1901. And we have George's parents, James Campbell McSween, 1822 to 1900. Now, this has got a lot of M's in this name, but his wife was named Martha Matilda Jane McNabb McSween. So, 1846 to 1912. And we have not come across a headstone quite like this one before. You notice the lily in the vase in the center of the stone? Look at it. I'm going to give you a second just to look at that. And the lily also symbolizes the surrender to God's will and grace. Next we have Lizetta, or Lizette. That's an unusual name. McSween, 1903 to 1920. And she was George McSween's daughter from his second marriage. Moving on, we have Sarah Florence McSween, 1898 to 1903. And bless her little heart, she was only 4 years old. And her parents was George and Mary McSween. Then we have Bessie Roberts, 1876 to 1888. Another 11-year-old child. And we have her father, Burwell A. Roberts, 1848 to 1923. And we do believe that he was born in North Carolina, which, you know, they're close to the Cherokee Forest too, so yeah, that's very, very possible. They just came over the mountains. And this is Bessie's mother, and we believe it's Burwell's first wife, Sarah R. Florence McNabb Roberts, 1858 to 1889, and unfortunately her headstone's been knocked over and broken. And if, you know, like I've said before, any of you guys want to do something good for your community, other than just, you know, clean it up. This time of year in the winter, everything, you know, the leaves are off. You can see all the trash and debris laying around. But if you want to do something, pick up the trash, fix up these old headstones, and clean up somebody's cemetery. I know it takes a lot of labor, but, you know, with a small cemetery like this, it shouldn't take much. But I'm sure that people in the future would appreciate that, where they could go to their ancestors and see their tombstones and, you know, just remember history. Okay, let's move on. We've got Burwell's second wife, and her name was Rhoda S. Lewis Roberts. She was born in 1862, and she died in 1930. Then we have Burwell and Sarah's daughter, Della Faye Roberts, and she was born in 1880. She passed away in 1898, and she was 17 years old when she passed away. And then their son, Roy Roberts. He was born in the April of 1879, passed away in November of the same year, just under 7 months old. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of tears that's dropped on that ground. Heartbreak, so sad. And there is one person that is buried here that we don't have a picture of their grave, and that is Malcolm McSween, 1913 to 1917, and unfortunately another child, and he was only 4 years old when he died. And I know this is a very small cemetery, a very short video, so let me know what you think in the comments. Give us some new ideas. We want to just kind of dot around the Smoky Mountains and some of the East Tennessee counties. You'll never know where we'll be next week, good Lord willing. So that's going to finish the look here. So hit that subscribe button, share. Guys, I'd really appreciate it if there is a genealogy site for Cocke County or whatever, you know, maybe a Facebook site, or I don't know. If there's somewhere that you could share these to people. Like I said, a lot of people's looking for their ancestors nowadays and want to know their history and where they came from. If you know anything about anybody that you mentioned, I know some of you have told me that's my great-great-grandfather or whatever. Man, I love to see that. I love to see that, you know, there is people out there. These people have not been forgotten. There are people looking for them. So let us know in the comments, and we sure do appreciate all your comments and your views. And hit the subscribe button, share this video. We appreciate it, and we will see you next week if the good Lord's willing. Bye-bye.